Hi, everyone. Welcome. This is Kim Ainari, and you have landed at Paradigm Theories. We are the collectives, and we shall see if anyone joins us. This is an impromptu type of live video that we're doing. I'm kind of dressed up a little. I celebrated my birthday earlier. I've had a lot of birthday wishes. Family and friends. Just got back from a really nice restaurant and had a nice margarita. And so I'm home now and thought I would hop on and see what's up with everybody or with myself. So anyway, hi again. So I thought I would not do tarot card readings today because I'm not really set up with that. When I'm on my laptop, it's you can't see it, you can't see the readings, and so I like to go live and be on my iPad, and so you can see the cards being dealt, and then we go into that reading. So I'm on Pacific Coast time, and it is a different time zone. Well, hello, there's somebody popping in. Ugh. I have a little bit of weak hands. I hate holding a cup with both hands, right? But I don't have any neuropathy in my hands, but it's just studying the cup. I have a full cup here. Anyway, so I wanted to come on and let's talk about some of the past videos that I've done. A lot of it has been psychic readings and tarot card readings on Brian Thompson, the CEO who was murdered. We now know the name of that person. He is innocent until proven guilty, but man, it seems like they are really coming down with the charges. A lot of proof that that they have found on his. Remember, I was saying they are hot on his trail. This guy was not all that smart, even though he had multiple degrees. He left so many clues, and his innocence is because he is 26. And so I always say, when you're that young, that yeah, so you're young in my brain here. Sarah's getting my face. Sorry. So I really wanted to come on and talk about that. All my tarot card readings, I say it's for entertainment purposes only, and that I may be 100% wrong on these readings, right? So I did a reading, and while I look to see what the title was, it was United Healthcare. This is my video that I put up 2 weeks ago. And it's called, I titled it United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson Shot and Killed on 12/4/2024. And I'll put the link when I end the stream and you guys can look at that, because that was the first reading that I did. So it was kind of interesting to me because I was picking up a lot of things that I felt were just outrageous. Like my third eye was open and my readings were, I felt like really, really off. And so, but as they have picked up clues and a lot of things that Luigi Magione, this is the person that killed Brian Thompson, CEO of United Healthcare, my readings were kind of spot on. And sometimes when I have my third eye open, it just picks up so many things, different things. And I feel like either it was in that person's past or way in the future, or I'm just picking up some nonsense, or maybe just picking up something that has absolutely nothing to do with that person or persons. So that particular reading, it was impromptu. You just saw my hands, and I was pulling out cards like who we didn't even know the person that did it. So I did feel like they were going to catch him at that time. That was on December 4th, and they did. I felt that he spoke another language, and I said that I didn't think he was an illegal, but that he speaks another language. And Luigi Magione is Italian, so he speaks Italian. He may speak other languages. I was just picking up one. I felt he was young. Some people were saying he's over 30. I felt I did like a broad range of like 25 to 30. I did not think that he was over 30 years of age, if I'm not mistaken. I did feel also he had help. And I feel strongly about that to this day. And though a manifesto he had left, supposedly, it's been circulating online for about a week or more, and they say that he is the one that wrote it. He wrote and said in there that he was the only one, that there's no other people or persons, that he did it without any help. And the reason why I decided to come on today, on Daily Mail today. Now, Daily Mail I have issues with too, because sometimes they fabricate a lot of stuff, just like most of these news channels do. Or they're being leaked information because they know certain people and the information is leaked. So I'm just going to read to you what came out in the Daily Mail today, which is December 18th. Happens to be my birthday. But anyway, this is the headline of this particular article. And I'll put the link down when I end the stream, and you can read the article for yourself. The headline is Investigators Are Convinced CEO Assassin Luigi Magione did not act alone, and there are 3 clues. Top crime investigators are convinced the suspected UnitedHealthcare CEO shooter carried out the cold-blooded murder with the help of an accomplice, dailymail.com can reveal. My cards were picking that up. I even ended it. I said it several times that he had help. And where is the bike? Where is the e-bike that he supposedly got on? And they caught a video of him riding. He rode it into Central Park. And I've been trying to find out online. You guys, I'm leaving the comments open, because where is the bike? Where is the e-bike at? What did he do with it? They scoured all of, I don't know how many acres Central Park is, 800 or 1,000 acres. Supposedly they scoured all over. And how do you hide a bike? So either the bike was hidden in such a way or buried in such a way, he had to do it quickly. So let's just say he did that and he got rid of the bike somehow, and it's still in Central Park. Or someone that he paid cash, like maybe he paid and said, hey, I need for you to pick me up at here, such a time. And he has that bike with him. They loaded up the bike and they left. Maybe unbeknownst to the person that did it, that picked him up. We have to go back, or I like to go back to where they were in front of United Healthcare. It's located somewhere in Minnesota. And they were protesting. And this was either, I don't know the exact month, it was either in February or March of this year, 2024. So these people are outside the headquarters. And I'm wondering if they were videotaped and if law enforcement, or LE, knew and identified all of those people by facial recognition. It's been several months. We don't know. So they're saying that Mangione, who's 26, was charged with murder in the December 4th slaying, but on Tuesday was hit with an additional charge of murder as an act of terrorism. And this is another thing too. We know family. If you're close to your family, as soon as they got a picture of him flirting with that receptionist at the hostel where he was staying, and she said for purposes in order to stay here, you had to pull, he had a mask on, he had to pull the mask down. So he did. And here's a great big smile. There's a great big picture of him. 100,000% family of Luigi Magione. They already knew who it was. And I'm just wondering, did anyone call that in? His mama reported him missing a few months ago. And supposedly she lives in San Francisco, and that's where she reported MIA on Luigi. I haven't heard from him in months. Where is he at? So San Francisco had pictures, and they kind of knew or did know who that suspect was before NYPD did. Because they had his mama, Luigi, his mommy filed a missing persons report. So my question, you know that's your son. You know damn good and well that's your son 100,000 billion times percent. And she was notified, and she said that doesn't, well, I'm going to paraphrase because I don't have the article, but I think she says something along the lines, I'm not sure that's him, but that's something I think that he could do. Like, what? Really? You know that's your son. You just didn't want to turn him in. And I get it. I get it. You know, would any of us turn a relative in, right? Knowing that you already know that. I mean, would you do it? Would I do that? It's a hard question. You know, I probably would have to really seek deep down inside, right? If I really wanted to do that. And I think that's with all parents that, or of any child, adult child, something terrible that they have done. You want to protect them, or you want to take a step back and like, why? I need to call and report what I already know, that is my son. His face is all splattered all over the world. So somebody knew him, and lots of people did, and lots of people were calling in about him. So that's why NYPD already knew who it was. But let's get back to what I was saying. So in his manifesto, this is Luigi Magione. Hope I'm pronouncing his last name right. I don't know if it's Mangione or Mangione, but anyway, he said that he acted alone. I think he's lying. If they find out, I'm putting it out there right now. If they find out that he did not act alone, and let's read the 3 keys before I'm going to say what I'm going to say. So the coincidence of the shooter, this is what they're saying in the Daily Mail article, arriving within 5 minutes of Thompson's emerging from his hotel, suspicious, right? But the killer knew exactly when he was coming out of that hotel. And he was talking on the phone. Who was he talking on the phone to? So I'm not sure if that's the phone they found in the alleyway. Like I said, I feel, I don't know if this is right. Did they find another burner phone on him when he was at McDonald's? I don't know. He was on his computer. I mean, come on. But anyway, so he was walking to the Hilton Midtown 15 minutes before the murder took place. So you're talking to somebody, unless you're checking your bank account, which I doubt. Your mouth is moving. You're talking to somebody. Who was that person? Why haven't they come out? Why are they protecting him? So that's clue number 2, right? And then like I said, I don't know if this article is going to say anything, but he had a bicycle. Police said they believed he traveled once he did the dirty deed and he shot and killed Brian Thompson. This says police said they believed he traveled there that morning on the bike, and we know that he left on the bike. And he was exiting a subway, 57th Street subway, a couple of times. So we have all of these different timestamps. So I'm guessing too that if they come out and they find other people that have helped him, then that and all of my tarot card reading about, and I didn't even know his name, is 100% spot on. Spot on. He speaks another language. He speaks Italian. I knew it had something to do with a female, a concern with a female. Just someone who felt a little bit guilty, just a teeny bit about what he did. And so I just find that interesting. So if they come out and said that they have found I feel it's more than one, then that reading is spot on. That's going to be interesting if that does. So yeah, so this raises, I'm not trying to prove to anybody that any of my readings are 100%. Sometimes I don't even want to upload them before they find the person because I'm like, I think this reading is 100% wrong, but I'm going to do it anyway. And that's what I did it was on that first reading. I think the cards are definitely for me, I can look at the cards and see if they're picking up what I'm picking up. And it helps to visually for everybody else to see what I'm doing. So, yeah, it was kind of interesting how all that was coming into play about that particular reading. So, most of the news has been, let's go back. I'm going to get off of Luigi and talk about the drones that are being seen all over the world. It's not just the United States and New Jersey. These drones are being seen all over. And I find it interesting. I do. These drones have lights, red and green lights. They are coming up out of the ocean, out of the water. They're being seen in not just the United States, but in the UK and other countries. And so what does all of this mean? So in my second intuitive mind, and then I've been on a few podcasts, and let's just wrap it up to say it's definitely military. We already know that that the Department of Defense has several companies. Department of Defense, different companies that work for them, Lockheed, and then you have other companies as well, that are developing technology for the future. And they're saying that they're 20 years out, that some of the things won't be shown to humans until 20 years from now. So there have been many movies about drones taking over the world, or people using drones, military using drones on humans and trying to find out things. And so here we are almost at the end of 2024. And I'm thinking that they're doing these things to see the reaction of what humans would do if it's going to frighten humans. And so I've had a few people to message me and on my ex and say that they've seen them over their home. Um, how does that make you feel? I haven't seen any here. I live in Vegas. I haven't seen any outside my window. I haven't seen any uh, buzzing around the Las Vegas Strip, though I don't see how that could happen because this is such a tourist state. The Strip is so touristy. To have 50 or 100 drones flying around this Las Vegas Strip, interrupting tourists, and the hotel casino is not making money. And this is how the state generates money, is through gambling. I don't see how that could happen, period, at all. So, but I see it, they're testing the waters out, right? And I'm getting that it's definitely us, our government, that is doing these things because they have to see how we're going to react. They have to see how the masses are going to react. It's the perfect way to do it. It's just send them all out. Even if it's to do something nefarious, maybe they are. I don't know. I get it going both ways. And I know that sounds crazy, but I don't think I'm too far fetched. And so, like, what do I mean? I just think that we just have to, and these are things that are already online. I mean, I'm not saying anything that we don't already know. This isn't psychic abilities. We already know that they use sound to stop a person in their tracks. It's so loud, it's so piercing to the ear and the brain. If you think you're going to walk toward that sound, it stops you right there. We already know that these different types of weaponry or different types of things to make people conform to what we want you not to do or to do. It's already out there. And I'll never forget on Zachary Hubbard's Gematria 25 on his YouTube channel. This was 6 or 7 years ago. And he would always say, every Masonic lodge is always near a police station or the police headquarters. And I was laughing. I was like, no, he's lying. Like, he's like in every city. The Masonic lodge is right down the street. Again, our country is based on Freemasonry. It's based on that. George Washington was a Freemason. Nothing has changed in hundreds of years. Our government still follows that. They just do. They just do. And so why would a police station have a Masonic lodge? Here in Las Vegas, you guys can look it up. That's what I did because I thought he was BSing everybody. I go, there is no way there is a Masonic lodge near a police headquarters or a police station in a major city or town. Blew me away. There's our police headquarters, our metro, Las Vegas Metro. There's a Masonic lodge less than 2 minutes away because most police officers are Freemasons. And there's a female version of that too. And so it's masonry, masons, builders, deals with that. If you ever see their logo, with the mason, that's what they do. They are builders. And this country is based on that. So unless something major happens and masonry is taken away, that's what we are ruled by here in the United States. You can fight me on that. It's just so prevalent. You already can see it. We don't know everything that the Masons do. There are some people, my grandfather was a Freemason. My grandmother belonged to the female version. Can't think of the name of that. It always eludes me. But she was a part of that too. And so brotherhood, and it's very secretive, the steps you have to take. And how does that correlate with the highest degree being 33? Here we go with the sacred of geometry, sacred numerology, sacred wherever the heck you believe in it came from. You know, it's just wild on the gematria calculator. My name Kim adds up to 33. The name Inari is 33. I didn't even know that. And then everybody else that's close to my family, we are all 33s. So what does that mean? It's the highest number. All of us have been managers. We've owned our own business, supervisors. The 33 is not always such a good number because sometimes you fall off that mountain really hard. And so it's okay to be that number if you feel like it's the greatest stuff in the world. But when you fall down that mountain, whether it's dealing with your health or losing that position or losing that business, you're going to fall hard. And so all masonry in some way, at one point, it's going to happen to you. Plenty of 33s in different ways that has happened to. So don't always celebrate just because I'm a 33. But somehow that name was given to me. And somehow was given to family and friends without even knowing that they're naming their child, and the numbers add up to 33. So let's get back to the drones. Oops, in the wall here. So this is, I feel they're testing it out. I feel like this was always going to come anyway, that they were going to be testing. It was so prevalent. I mean, even Amazon a few years ago were saying that they were going to use drones to deliver packages. Why do we think even drones that were used in certain wars that we've had were not going to expedite into the military doing other things with drones, making them so much more sophisticated, right? They're so sophisticated, these drones. These drones, they have drones that are silent. You can't even hear them. They could be right next to your window. And heat-seeking drones. I used to date a helo pilot in the military. They could be right next to you, you wouldn't even know. They can go in away and see inside the walls, the silhouette of that person. So this was something that was always there, but it's just more advanced. And so now they want to see how we're going to act. And so it wouldn't, because we're going into a whole new presidency, and I'm always cautious about everything, right? That's just how I am in my life. You know, I always say, don't live in fear, live in awareness. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. I have people that are so in love with Trump. He's going to change the world. It's going to be a better United States than ever before. It's going to be utopia. Everything's going to be great. Okay. I really hope so. I don't know how long that would last, because I don't know of any country on this earth that is ruled by a president, ruled by a king or queen or some prince, that everything is utopia. Yeah, can't go there with me on that. I ain't going to do it. So, and the gematria, I'm associated with Trump. He's also within the lines of the 33s. Also, Elon Musk. It's so funny because I have stock in Tesla. But anyway, so so you have these really interesting leaders that are coming out. They're going to say what they need to say. And though I don't really like to talk politics, I never tell people who I voted for or when or what. But I'm like, okay, if utopia is coming, then fabulous. Everything's going to be great. Our food's going to be great. Everybody's going to live a long life. Blah, blah, blah. All these things, right? And yet, there's always something that takes the J out of joy. Oy vey. So these drones, it's not just us, right? I'm sure China has sophisticated drones. Russia has sophisticated drones. And there's probably some other countries that are also developing and trying some new things out there. They just have to have all the parts and the money for all the parts. So you got to have your top 5, right? And they are already, these drones have a payload. They are doing what they need to do. And I like to say the dirty deed. When my brother-in-law used to fly the drones out of Indian Springs, he's retired. And yeah, I have never asked him or talked to him if he dropped payloads or who does that, but he was definitely flying them here in Nevada, and the drone is in a different country, thousands of miles away. So I think we just need to be on the fence. Don't get your hopes up too high for anything. And so I always say to take care of yourselves, take care of others, and just take some deep breaths because this whole thing with the drones is not going to end. It's going to be more. And it's going to be annoying. It's conforming. I feel it's conforming humans. It's conforming the people of the United States that we have these now. This is what they can do. And, if there's a drone for each neighborhood that patrols each neighborhood, wow, who's doing that? Can you imagine? I can imagine that. Just like, I don't know if it was Elon was saying that every household will have a robot. Unless I feel that's going to happen anyway in less than 15 years. Every household will have a robot. I just saw there was another article on, I think, CNN's website, and it was talking about these puppy dogs and their AI, their robots, and how people are buying them up. They're so cute looking. They dress them up in these costumes, and people are like buying them, and they're pets. They're not even real, but they look like a dog, look like a puppy, and they have girl puppies and boy puppies. They have all these cute little costumes, and this is in Japan. That's what's happening in Japan. So you have this companionship for people that have lost a pet or people that are by themselves. I think we're going to have choices. I think we'll have choices if you want your AI to look like your pet, look human, or look like a robot, and you can program it, or maybe it will already come programmed and it will be free for every household. Prove me wrong. It's coming. And so where is this all going? Well, we already know where it's going. I have issues of whether or not we can get to the moon. We can pass those radiation belts. If the ship, however we're getting up there, and a human can go past all of those Van Allen belts and get to the moon, then I'm like, okay. But because CGI and lies, I don't know how they would do that. I don't know. How would we follow? We would have to follow all the way for them to be at the moon, right? We're alive, we're at the moon. I don't know. So, oh, we're going to be able to get to the moon. We can't get to the moon. We're sure as heck can't get to Mars. We got to pass those Van Allen belts. Very toxic. We would be dead in a minute. There's a lot of those radiation belts out there surround our planet. So that's why we need to take care of Earth, right? Because we are protected. Our Earth protects us. Our ozone layer that we keep punching all the time and doing stupid stuff. And I don't know if we can grow an ozone and to make it thick and not lessen it, because that's what protects us humans from the radiation. We wouldn't be here. We would be dead. So we got to think there's a reason why we're on this planet, and we should really be taking care of our Earth. So, it's going to be an interesting world. It's whether we will be interacting with people. There is, I don't know if it's one or more hotel casinos out here that have a robot that patrols the parking garage. Of course, somebody is sitting somewhere in a security room someplace and is moving it. It's not moving on its own and can see things and can talk to you. And they're patrolling the parking garage. So if that's happening already, there's even hotel casinos out here I have to talk about because I live in Vegas, where there's a drink machine. And, so they're getting rid of the bartenders and the cocktail waitresses because you don't need that anymore. Just go to the drink machine that patrols where you're playing games and stuff. So it's always there. It's always been there. And I don't know how producers and writers get their downloads. I always say, look at movies sometimes. Look at the most popular movies, because they are telling you what's going to happen. They are showing you what's going to happen. And people are like, I don't know about that. Oh, really? My favorite movie, I have so many. I have a lot, but I love The Minority Report. Tom Cruise, oh my God. And I feel that will be something too. I think it'll be a different version of that. But I really love The Minority Report. And I really feel that a version of how they can determine what this person's going to do beforehand. Yeah. So this whole drone situation is not going to be over with. I do feel that it's just going to intensify. I do feel it is something where they want to see how people in the United States are reacting. And so we can see the fear, right? The fear that people are having, like, oh, my MG, and people are actually shooting. And I wish they wouldn't do that because the bullets have to come down. You could hurt somebody. I don't know what goods that's going to do. But maybe they want people to do that, right? Right? Because then they can tell what humans are going to do if they see a drone, if they see too many. Are you going to get your gun out and try to shoot it? I had put up on my Twitter feed, and my name is at Inari with 2 N's, INNARI. I have put a video feed from a friend of mine that this woman saw some kind of orange glow or something at a drone, and they were like dogfighting. I know it sounds crazy. Doesn't it sound crazy? And then the bigger orb or whatever absorbed it, and it made the drone fall all the way. I was like, what the hell? I know that's real. I'll see if I can put the link on here. I know that's real. So they have some type of orbs or something that, to me, it's not cloaked. Oh no, the color orange to me is not the highest level if we're talking about chakras. So we have the purple, the crown chakra. We have the light, we have the blue, excuse me, the sapphire blue for the third eye. The throat chakra is a light blue, the heart chakra, green. And then you have the solar plexus, yellow, below the navel is orange. And then the lower part is red. So the orange color is way down there. And so what are these orange glowing orbs doing? Right? It's, to me, on the light spectrum, it's not the highest, but I may be wrong. I'm not a scientist, but I'm just going from what I've learned from doing Reiki and studying chakras. And chakra is a Sanskrit word meaning wheel. So I find that interesting because it's orange, and how it somebody sent up a drone, or maybe the military did. They were kind of dogfighting, and that big orange glow or orb just absorbed, or thinking it was a drone or whatever, and it didn't disintegrate. It didn't fly anymore. Whatever it did, it just went straight down. That was it. And a woman was talking the whole time. It, to me, is like, that is a real freaking video. That is not no CGI video. That was really interesting. So I'll put the link down when I end the stream. Give me some time, and I'll put the link down for that. So if you guys are curious and you want to look at that, you can. But yeah, so I'm just thinking these drones are just, they're man-made. And I'm thinking they want to, they just want to see how we're going to react on seeing so many out there. I do feel also there are people that have their own drones. Hey, Grant. Oh, thank you. Yep. It's my birthday. I had a great time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I've listened to several podcasts, and so they're saying that a lot of these drones that are the size of a car or a bus, they're heck of expensive. They're tens of thousands of dollars. And so right now, there's not a whole lot of laws pertaining on what they can and can't do, but there's some wealthy people and they can't afford these drones and fly them around. So I've only seen maybe two little, this was like 7 years ago, and it was going over a water park. So, and that's been the last sighting I've had of seeing drones. So I'm not sure of that. But that's the last time I have not seen any drones. I think a few people have seen drones here in Vegas, not over the Las Vegas Strip. So, but I don't know. Of course, a lot of people own drones here, but I don't know. But yeah, I think it's really interesting what's happening. I do. Let's see what else. Let me go on some headlines. Not too much. So, next week, guys, is Christmas. It's exactly a week. Like I said, today was my birthday, and I had a good time. So, we'll be celebrating Christmas, and then after that, it'll be New Year's, and then Game On 2025 will be here. So I'm just thinking that this is not the end of any of that. I just feel we'll be seeing more drones, and already there are a lot of them. Even Skinwalker Ranch, numerous years they were using drones. There's been a few, like China had for one of their, I don't know if it was for Chinese New Year or one of their festivals, And it was spectacular. I've never seen anything like it. It was so coordinated. And they made the dragon out of these drones and all these lights. I thought, oh my God, that's amazing. So these drones can be choreographed. I'm sure drones are used in outdoor concerts and things. And so you have good drones, right? We see drones for doing the good deeds in life and entertaining people. And then you have the other drones that are just maiming and hurting people in these, just to show who's the biggest boss in the world, and hurting and doing some atrocious things. So we have those. So yeah, so we have those types of things. I also, I don't know if I'll put it up here. I did put it on X, and I think Grant, maybe you saw it. I think you saw it, that these flat earthers that think our Earth is flat, and hey, they all got a free trip to Antarctica. God, I would love to go there. There's been a lot of celebrities, and I can't think of that one DJ. He went down there and performed the first, I think, EDM music down there in Antarctica. And how now that one flat earther didn't say, he just realized that the earth is not flat, but did not come out on his social media because he's making money off his social media. He was just saying, yeah, I saw the sun and it never set. It was just different places. How wonderful to experience the southern hemisphere and the northern, or either or, and to see what the sun does. I mean, we just wake up in the morning, oh, it's the sun, thank you, and it's a little bit of a delay before we see the sun. I think it's 8 or 9 minutes, and we see the sun, and our Father the Sun, thank you, sun, and here you go to Antarctica, and the sun is in a different way. It doesn't set like that. Isn't that wild? It just doesn't. So, to understand our earth, and there are scientists that are great scientists out there, and we've come a long way, and to know, you can't convince everyone, I guess is what I'm saying. People are going to believe what they want to believe. You can sit up there and just like the one guy, they said he didn't even come out and say, oh, I disagree. He just talked about the sun. He didn't mention or say anything to his social media, because he's got a huge following, I believe, on Twitter and especially on YouTube, that the earth is flat. Yeah, earth is not flat. I'm not a flat earther. I've never been. I was even surprised when I heard about that, those two words, flat earthers. I was like, what the heck is that? So we are not flat. We are round. And so I think, guys, if you Google that, there's a lot of links. You can look that up too. And it was these flat earthers, I don't know how many there were, got a free trip to Antarctica to prove to them, to prove to the flat earthers that the earth is round. So some of them didn't come out and say anything. Lucky them, it's inexpensive. I think it's a $30,000 or $40,000 trip. And they got a free trip, all paid for, to prove to them the earth is round. Amazing. Amazing. I would, if something like that happened, I would just, but these people are making money. So I think that they will be on the fence, even though they saw or were proven to them. Social media is, if you're making your money on social media, it's hard to give that up, I guess. And to be honest, but it's a shame. It's too bad. Just come out to your followers and just be honest that that it was proven. So yeah, so I had that. So what else? What else, guys? Almost on here for almost an hour. I don't want to go too long on the stream. Anything else? Grant, you have anything? Not too many headlines. I mean, it's just kind of definitely the drones are still like was number one. That was been that way for um several weeks. I think around Thanksgiving. But yeah, not too much I would want to talk about. Oh, let's talk about those stuck astronauts who are in Leo. We call that low Earth orbit. Humans have never gone past above where the ISS station. Prove me wrong. We have never been. And that last one that said that they went, nuh-uh. No, you got to do a little bit more. Go up and above low Earth orbit, get into those Van Allen belts, stay there, stay in it. Make sure those suits are protecting you, your helmet, your gloves. It's not like a lot of them weren't even tethered. They were just holding on and waving. I was like, this looks really fishy to me. You're trying to prove a point, No, you're going to have to do a lot more than that. I'm going to read this article. Let's see if I can read it. CNN now. I don't even like reading that, but let's see if I can. Okay. So NASA, never a straight answer, has announced that it is delaying the SpaceX Crew 10 launch, a move that will keep astronauts Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams, who already had their stay aboard the International Space Station, unexpectedly extended in orbit even longer. So Williams and Wilmore launched to space in June of this year. Piloting the first crewed test flight, Boeing Starliner's spacecraft. Their trip expected to last about a week. OMG. Ballooned into a months-long assignment after their vehicle experienced technical issues en route to the space station. And NASA determined it would be too risky to bring them home aboard the Starliner. The astronauts have since joined Crew 9. Sorry, guys. Where I live, I'm so far. I'm not even on a major street, but people like to prove themselves. I'm so sorry about that. That's horrible. Anyway, the astronauts have since joined Crew 9, a routine space station mission originally slated to return to Earth no earlier than February after a handoff period with Crew 10. Now, Crew 10 will get off the ground at least a month later than expected because NASA and SpaceX, SpaceX is owned by Elon's team, they need time to complete processing on a new Dragon spacecraft for the mission. Yeah. That's what's happening. So they got to stay up there a little bit longer. Well, I hope they have enough food. Make sure you're exercising because you lose a lot of muscle. And, mentally, thank God you can talk to your family and stuff, but it's not the same. So I don't know. I couldn't do it. No, I wouldn't. You couldn't pay me enough. I in no way want to go to the moon, and I certainly don't want to go to Mars. I like it here on Earth. I like it here with all its problems. I'm not going anywhere to the moon or Mars or wherever they think they're going to go. So these people are stuck on the ISS station. What a mess. But things like that will happen. Can you imagine? I can't. I wouldn't want to do it. No. Though there are people risking themselves and their lives to prove to earthbound people that they can stay in low Earth orbit. So I think under 300 miles or 200 something miles above Earth, and that's it. That's all we've been. Anyway. I'm not going to get into that, but let's see if anything else. So let me see. Let me I don't see. Let me see what's on my X. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know, guys. There's a lot of great documentaries that are on. James Fox, I want to watch. Kind of the same old people on my feed on Twitter. But you know, hopefully we'll just have to kind of, hey, Ghost. Oh, thanks, Ghost. I see you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I do. Yeah. I was able to make another year around the sun. I had a good day today. Went to a restaurant, had a nice margarita, and spent some time enjoying myself, enjoying my birthday. I have to go back to work tomorrow, so life takes over tomorrow. Yeah. What else? I can't think of anything else. I don't know. Anything else anybody wants to talk about? Oh, hey Grant. Yeah, I think I messaged Paul, so he wished me a happy birthday. So I think those drones are getting to Mike and Thomas. It's just so much, right? It's hard to keep up with everything because Grant, Tom King has his own YouTube channel, and congrats to him because he was in George Knapp's documentary on Netflix. So Tom's doing his thing. So I really haven't been on my channel here or to see if anybody's posting anything about drones over here. Yeah. So Tom, I even think it's just called Tom King, and you can look that up. He's been kind of keeping up with his channel. So yeah, Tom. And so I just think that more will be revealed, as they say, as time goes on with these drones. I'm like, shoot, it's insane. It really is. It's really crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I'll try to. I won't try. It shouldn't take me too long to put some of the links down for Tom's channel, Grant, or I can send it to you on Twitter. I do follow him, and so it's one thing when I'm doing readings because I have to be in my I like my iPad because I can tilt it down and you guys can see me reading. When I'm on my HP, I can see the people in the chat, which is great. Let me get off. Hold on, let me see because I think it's just Tom King. Let me see. Of course, now I can't even type. Hold on. Oh, it's let me put that in. Hold on. At Tom King 2030. at King. So you can find him. That's his channel. Right. And so let me see. Where's my ex again? My friend Ayatollah Rock and Rolla, he sent me that video that, let me see if I can find that really quickly and put, let me see, because that, but his channel is a true crime channel, which is interesting, but he also does, he's almost like me, very eclectic. What's up, Grant? Thanks, Kim. Possible drone sightings here over the dang. Gonna keep looking up here. Pennsylvania, good Lord. Wow. Wow. The East Coast. Wonder what is going on up and down. Well, I mean, it was even over Mar-a-Lago. It's like, I mean, these people have no shame, right? I just really feel that they're just doing that because they just want to see people's reactions, and so I'm thinking they're testing us out. Yeah, I really feel that that's what's happening. You know, let me see if I can put this guy's link, and okay, let me see. I can get on my live channel and put it up there. Yeah, so it you know what was crazy was okay. So you that one that I just put up the link to was for the guy that I said I really think it's a real video. I don't think this was faked at all. She was really good with the way she was holding her phone. She didn't step away or step back. I don't see any fluttering. I don't see anybody with any blurriness. And so you guys can check that channel out, True Crime channel, which is kind of interesting. Um, and see, because that whole thing blew me away. So Ghost, if you get a chance, yeah, check it out. I was like, I kept looking at that a couple times, and on this guy's channel it went viral, and I think it went viral like on TikTok or something. So it is something that needs to be looked at. You know, somebody like Tom King could possibly, or some other people would look at that and be able, because to look at that and see if there was anything that was faked about it. But in my mind, I feel it's real deal. Yeah. So that was another thing. I just love that. And I thought when I decided to post it, it's already had on this guy's channel. I don't know. He's a he's got a tinfoil hat on. I've never seen this channel. I didn't subscribe or follow because um, I have to. For me to follow anyone, I have to see if it's worth it. If just like anything, even people followers that follow me, how I did think that video, it's called UAP UFO attacking each other. This was in Arizona sky. That's just crazy to me. And one crashes. I just, that was we've seen some really cool videos, you know. Yeah, but if we leave it up to Biden and anybody else, they say that's it's fake, or it's some kind of, whatever. You can't trust our government when it comes to asking questions about UFOs and stuff, or UAPs. Um, Also, who else's channel? And the only reason why I'm not on there a lot is because it comes on too late. And I think, Ghost, you're the one who actually um, turned me on to Spaced Out Radio. So, everybody, Spaced Out Radio is fabulous. Please support Dave. In fact, I think Dave's going to be here in Vegas. So, if he is, if he comes, maybe I can meet up with him and the gang, because that would be fun. I don't catch him now and then, but I don't even know when I'm sure it's going to be sometime next year. And that would be fun to finally meet Dave and give him support. Science Bob kind of usually shows up. So SOR is another fabulous YouTube channel that I enjoy. And they've been on for 12 years. They just celebrated. So Spaced Out Radio. And I think, Ghost, you are the one who turned me on to Dave and his channel. So I'm in support. I don't always, because he's up too late. I'm not up past midnight or 1 a.m. Sometimes I have to go to work, and it's just not going to happen. So there's so many podcasts that I follow. I even am on Spotify listening to Garrett and them. And so it's a lot. It gets overwhelming. And then I have to step away and, enjoy my life, be with family and friends. So, but I think this year I've got to see, I may be out and about for New Year's Eve, but I'll be on my channel. I won't be on somebody else's channel. And I'm not sure where I'll be. I'm not going to announce, but I may just stream a little bit live until my phone dies or something. So that might be coming up. I don't know yet. We'll see. We shall see. What else? What else, guys? Let me see what else is anything interesting on my feed. I don't know. Not too much else. Right? I'm looking anything on Julian Dory. Love him. I don't know. I've been watching that UFO podcast. Great. He's having so far some great people on his channel. And so I'm in support. I think he's based out of the UK. So yeah, that UFO podcast. The Good Trouble Show with Matt Ford is amazing. Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Grant brought up about the ISS again. I don't know about that. I think we coming to an end to that ISS station anyway, International Space Station, and Russia will go their way and the United States will go another way. I mean, it's kind of outdated, outlived, and time to move on, just like everything. So, yeah. So, and if anybody likes News Nation, I do follow them. Kind of interesting news channel, came out of the blue, right, last year or something. And so, Brian Thompson, and there's a few other people that have visited some interesting places. STS is another one. Usually Surviving the Survivor, in support. they do some interesting, mainly they're a crime podcast. He used to be I still think he's a journalist. And so he has a lot of interesting people on, but he'll bring on people from um, the UFO community. And we'll have them. He just had one not too long ago talking about the drones. And I thought it was good. And I like the fact when people step away and he's into that. Let me put that link down as well if you guys want to see that. So he so I get into all of that when I have time to watch these shows. It doesn't happen all the time, right? Um, when we I'll put that down. So he this channel STS, um just a really really cool person. And that particular link that I just put down, STS again is a crime news station, but he interviewed some people that Grant, you and I would know because I've seen their podcast. And so they talked about the drones. I thought it was great. I was thinking, holy crap, so it's making the news rounds these days. And so that's STS Nation. What else? What else? Matt Ford rants at the end of some of his interviews are great. Yeah, Matt doesn't have any filter. Matt will go in on some of the BS. And I think he really stood out when he went to the Soul Foundation last year, or was it this year or last year or whenever. And he just met a lot of people. And so they've been on his channel, his podcast, and I feel he's doing a great job. Let's see who else. Oh, Chris Lato. It's another one, former, I think it was an F-18 pilot. And he started out in crypto back in the day. Lives over there in Portugal, living the life. Guy's retired. And so he started this YouTube channel, Crypto First, and trying to help people. And then somehow he got involved in the UAP, unidentified phenomena, and the UFO. And so he's another one. So, I mean, there's so many great podcasts out there, tons and tons and tons. And it's hard for me to keep up with all of them, but there's some interesting ones for sure. Yeah. Are we coming close to it, Grant? Okay. Was a huge boost for Matt Ford. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm like Matt too. I think he's great. He definitely on his game. I know that he had to step back because the man works. I mean, he has another job. He's got it. This is the thing with a lot of the podcasters. Yeah, I am too, Grant. Everybody has, unless they're retired, they have another job. And so they have to do this when they can. You got to email these people and talk to these people to come on and do your podcast. And everyone's busy because other people are into rotation. What I'm going to watch tonight, to be honest, is Fade to Black. And Jimmy Church, who I love, I've met him several times. Myself, me and my brother. Where is Jimmy? How many knows? Let me see, because he just had I may put this up too. This next one I want to finish watching. Fade to Black I've never heard of this guy before. And he's a PhD, he's a doctor. I forget what it was because I just started watching it. Let me see if I can share this link. This way, you guys, if you get bored, you can look at all these links that I'm putting on my channel for you to watch. So the title is called, it's episode 2088, Dr. Dan Biddle, Nephilim, the giants of the Bible. Fascinated by this. Just absolutely fascinated. I can't tell you how right now I can't even wait to end the stream, because as soon as I do, I'm going to finish watching it. So do we believe in giants? Do we believe in giants, guys? What do we think? I believe in giants. In fact, they have covered it up. Grant, when you get a chance, you may want to watch this particular one. Jimmy and this doctor, they break it down. And we know how the Smithsonian had a lot of the bones from these giant skeleton bones, giant people, and covered it up. Yeah, they did. It's your good old free. I never been there. I would love to go to the Smithsonian. I would love to go there, Washington, D.C. But why would I? Because they lie. They're as bad as NASA. They do lie. They lie. And they do certain things. They will tell you certain things. They actually have these bones. Yeah, that last one with Jimmy. Jimmy's gotten some other, but that's the one I'm going to be watching when I end the stream. Talks about the giants. And this guy has a PhD. And so he's going to go into what he has learned. And Jimmy I want to see Jimmy Church. A lot of people don't like him. I don't know why. He's a very well-read man. And just because he took over from Art Bell and Coast to Coast, when he has certain guests on, if they can have a PhD because he reads books and he reads everything on that person and he reads their material and he reads most of these people have books. And so Jimmy is a very well-read man, very articulate. And I love him. Right. Oh, yeah. So these are just a few links that I put up, different links for you guys. Some are short vids. Jimmy's is a little bit longer. And I just find it fascinating. Why is it so scary to tell the human population that there were giants that were walking this earth at one time? Why? And what happened to them? See, that's what I want to know. If they were over 10 or 12 feet or whatever, what happened to them? Because somewhere around in the 18th century. And so what happened to them? And I like to know that. So there's a lot of mysteries, right? There's all these mysteries and things. And those are the types of things that I like to watch and look at. So those are a few links for you guys to check out if you get bored. You can leave any comments down. Comments, of course, will be up. I wanted to hop on and say hi to everybody. I hope they don't come back. Giants are scary. They would be. But those giants, because there's another station I watch, Michelle Gibson. She has a PhD. She has a very interesting, I think you know about her, Michelle Gibson. She goes into buildings that have been flooded in the past and rebuilt on, and nobody says anything. Like the architectural of phenomena that happened in the late 1800s here in the United States, and we don't even make those buildings like that anymore. Why? And but she talks, I think one of her, I don't know which one, she talks about the giants, like maybe the giants helped build, like maybe they helped build some things, pyramids, all that. I don't know. I don't know about the pyramids, but that would be interesting to see a giant. They must have moved very slow because they were easy. It seems like from watching the Game of Thrones, some of them were easy to kill and get rid of. They're so tall and all of that. I don't know if that's true, But I kind of believe that at one point there were giants walking this planet, and somehow they either they were annihilated or they ran its course within genetics, or I always talk about mass amnesia. I don't know about anybody else. I feel this earth has had humans have had mass amnesia, and when we come back, we either have to start over again at some point, or we moved up 1,000 or more years. I do believe in that, because some things just don't make sense to me on um, how some structures were built. Like I feel, this is just my opinion, that like the architect of some of these pyramids around the world, they're kind of all around the same timeline, how some of them are very similar. um yeah, we are a species with amnesia. And how they all look similar. So, and how is that? And why is that? Like, the architects gave the information to humans. Here's the information. Here's your laser and your machines. You're going to help us. You're going to build this. And you don't write anything on the walls saying how they were built. And maybe they gathered them up, or maybe they were annihilated, and so they took it with them. That knowledge, they took that knowledge with them, and has not been replicated. And I don't think we want to replicate that. I don't know why, but we kind of, I feel like mass amnesia has happened. And this is why you have to declare for those, this is your last time on this earth. I don't want to keep reincarnating over and over. I don't think that would be fun, because Earth is very violent. She's violent. She's got tornadoes, hurricanes, and God only knows how, will it be too hot to live here in 12,000 years? I don't know, but I kind of don't want to come back. That's just me personally. If there is such a thing as reincarnation, so don't go toward the white light, is from what I've been told. No, that's true. But go to any other color but that door, you're coming right back, unless you want to. There are some people that want to. Now this is my last journey. So yeah, so Jimmy, so those are some great podcasts. Yeah, Jimmy is just he has some really fun people on his show. I love it when he has Robert Grant. I follow Robert Grant on Facebook. He's into sacred geometry, and he and Matt LaCroix have gotten together. Um, and so they are going to be checking out Turkey and probably Peru if they haven't already. And I think it's Grant. Yeah, Graham Hancock. That's it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that sacred geometry is so interesting to me. Jimmy was in Peru. Yeah, Jimmy is, I think this is he's doing documentaries now. He's in that one with James Fox. I got to catch that one. And so he's kind of making his money. Of course, he's got his show, and now he's doing his own tours. I mean, that's the way to do it. Just do like um can't even think of his name. But anyway, yeah, do the tours. Why not? And because people love Jimmy, you're going to have a good time. Go to Peru and do Machu Picchu and all of those fabulous places, and do your thing, Jimmy. I'm like, I would love. Who knows? I'm always putting it out there. These are not bucket list, but yeah, Peru would be fun after Egypt, for sure. Yeah. So yeah, Jimmy is definitely on his game, for sure. There was some other people that I follow too from when I was at the conference. I don't know what happened to a lot of them. Some people like Secure Team 10 has also been on Fade to Black, Jimmy Church's show, and Tyler has gone through a lot of mental anguish, loss of his dad, and I mean, he had millions of people that would he would put a video out. He's very much into the moon, all about the moon and what's seen around the moon, the videos that can't be explained. Don't know if he believes that we've been to the moon or not. Like I said, you believe what you want. But yeah, Tyler, that Secure Team 10 is another great podcast, and I'm in support of him. So he just put something out. So I kind of follow all these eclectic type of channels out there. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end the stream. I gotta see if there's any other news that's out there. That's the only reason why I'm not on here every day, because I gotta wait for stuff to happen, and then of course my schedule, and we're coming around to the holidays. But I thank each and every one of you. I've had like 5 people on at one point, and so I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Like and subscribe, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Grant, what do you think? I don't know. When I end here, guys, sometimes I go on X. So if you're not on Twitter, go on X, follow me at Inari, at INNARI. I'm mainly on X or Twitter a lot more than I am sometimes on YouTube. You can always message me there. And, I like to just kind of, when I'm on there, I like to follow a bunch of people that are just so different. And I just put things up that I find interesting that on my channel and some other stuff. Right, Grant? But I'm going to enjoy the rest of my birthday. I'm going to relax. I got to go to work tomorrow. So I don't know if it's a leap year next year. I don't know. But if it is, and I don't know if I'll work next year because it'll be on a Thursday. But it was nice to be off today. I enjoyed it. Had some good time with family, and some spa day. Also, can't go without that. Can't go wrong with that, right? Getting facials and massages are always good. So I thank everybody for sharing. I'm glad that I'm here, and all is good on my side. Everybody's healthy and happy, and all my friends and family, thank you. All of my followers and subscribers that are sticking with me when I'm up and down or not around. And I always say, if there's anything you would like for me to talk about or look up, just let me know, put it down in the comments. And you can always reach me at my email, paradigmatheories@gmail.com, or just follow me on X. I'm usually on there, and there's a whole community of us doing some fun things on there. Well, you guys take care of yourself. Love to all. Thank you again for sharing my birthday. It's been such a great birthday. It wasn't out, and all those days are over with. It's nice just to go to dinner and have a nice margarita, kind of like, okay, that's fun. Anyway, love you guys so much. Please take care of yourself and be good to each other. Yeah, like and subscribe. And to all my followers, thank you for staying with me and stick it out with me. Thanks, Grant. We see Ghost, and there's some other people on here. I'm not sure, but thank you for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. You guys take care of yourselves. And I won't be on tomorrow, maybe on Friday. I don't know. We'll see. But it all depends on what kind of news is out there. All right. Take care, guys. I'll talk to you soon. See you later.